Okay, we are back. Son of a bitch, what is blocking my chair now? I have no idea what's blocking my chair. If I ever have to step out at any point during the stream, I do apologize. My nose is fucking stuffy today. Okay, so today's episode is going to be when preparing for an exam, you should ask your teacher questions. This is very important to do. Now, the reason why that this is important is because that obviously your teacher has a lot of information about the exam you're taking, and your teacher can help you understand concepts of the exam better. Hello, welcome, welcome. Your teacher can help you prepare for the exam. So, if your teacher perhaps gave you a study guide, and if they told you to study certain parts of the chapter, or gave you, like, as example, study chapters 1 through 6 for the exam, then you should obviously do that. But if you are confused about anything, or if you find anything challenging, I highly recommend that you ask your teacher and that you talk to them after class or after school or whenever they are available, so that the teacher can try to help you understand better, because you don't want to go into an exam, not knowing, important things, about it. So be sure to ask your teacher for help if you ever do need any help. That's what I've always done. When I was in high school, if I was ever confused about anything, I always just went to the teacher, and then I always got more clarity and understanding of the assignment or whatever I needed to do, and I always got a better grade because of that. And so just remember, there's nothing wrong with asking for help or anything of the sort. I am. I am a low. Yep, I am a small content creator. Hello, welcome to the stream. Sure. My Cash App is. Let me see. My Cash App is. Have not been on there lately. My Cash App is. Because I do not have enough subs for the super chat feature. But if anyone ever does want to donate, which I do appreciate, then my Cash App is $lion123 789. Guys, I am not gonna lie. I have been chronically online this past year. Yes, I can see you, Garrett. I can see you. I appreciate the emojis. Hold on. Sorry. I can see your text, Garrett. I can see that. But anyways, I don't think I finished. So my Cash App is dollar sign. I have not memorized it for some reason. It is dollar sign lion 123 789. Dollar sign lion 123 789. But anyways, if anyone has any questions about today's episode, be sure to let me know. There are about 10 episodes left, so still a lot more to get through about the good study habits. Still some more stuff to go over. You want to be able to live stream. YouTube doesn't allow people to stream if they have under 50 subs for some odd reason. Don't know why. It's a thing. But if you have more subs than that, then it shouldn't be an issue. Um, you know, I hope I do not get sick at any point in time. That would really suck if I got sick. That would really suck. That would suck. That would suck. But if you need any tips for live streaming, Garrett, if you need any tips or advice for live streaming, then let me know and maybe I can give you some ideas. How was the quality today? So, some tips. Okay. So, if you like games, then gaming is a really popular form of content. Or if you want to share your opinions or your perspectives on things, then you could stream yourself talking about that. If you like to do toy reviews, then toy review videos are kind of, that's usually how more people do it. But if you want to review a product on a stream, you can do that as well. Or if you even want to give life advice like how I do, then you could do that as well. So just try to identify your passions and identify the things that interest you, and then try to figure out a way on how you could actually stream that. Your pin for Cash App, I do not know. I do not know. I hate it when I'm given orders while I'm fucking streaming, dude. How very, very annoying. All right, I hope that helped you, Garrett. I really hope that helped you, man. Guys, I'm gonna have to step out. I already apologized for this in advance, but I'll apologize again for that. I'm gonna turn off my camera and I'm gonna mute the stream, and I'll be right back. I am so sorry for that. Okay, let's get back into it. I already explained the topic, the episode. Usually that takes me like a couple of minutes. You know, the majority of the stream, fun fact, the majority of the stream is actually about like other random shit, you know. So I kind of go into every stream not really knowing what will happen in it, if that makes sense. Anyways, I feel like I need to charge my MacBook. 55%. Okay. I like it. That's good. Why does my MacBook say it's not charging sometimes? What is he talking about? Maybe I shouldn't interact with that one. Hey, senior. Hold on here. Let me withdraw that. Had some money in Cash App I had forgotten to transfer it. I wonder how long ago that was. Damn, and that was after? Oh, it's scheduled for when? Ay, senior. This is not good. The amount of. Uh, uh, don't expect a song yet. I'm still trying to get it together. I don't know what that'll. I don't know what this music stuff will be yet. You know, it's just kind of like one of those, experiments. One of those things. Not to worry, everybody. We will get back to the fun streams very soon. I might have to start pushing my stream time back to like 10 o'clock. I might have to push the streams times back to like 10 because to be fair, because during the regular school year, 10 o'clock to start is too late. But a lot of people will be on summer break, and I know everyone's on just people in different time zones, but you know I do need to figure out a summer streaming schedule, because this is actually my first summer back posting consistently. I haven't done this since like I'm trying to think what year. Definitely not 2020, not 2019 either. So, but 2018. So I think it's been since 2018, which was the last summer I was posting consistently. Since then, for every other summer ever since then, I have not really posted at all. And that was really just throughout the year. Like, I did not post at all, which is why my channel was dormant. Like, nothing really, no growth happened because I wasn't even on YouTube. Like, I wasn't doing anything. And that was for years because as a kid, I just did it for fun. I just did it for fun back then. There is a whole story behind that. I'll talk more about that some other time, but yeah. I'd also just gotta let y'all know real quick to just not let the small shit bother you, and to also not let people's opinions get to you either. Like people will say opinions and they will say things and they think that they're right and they think that those opinions are fully accurate, but it's bullshit half the time. And people have said a lot of things about me. They've said a lot of things about me, a lot of bullshit about me. Um, what happened to my Red Yoshi tag? What the hell happened? What happened to Red Yoshi there? Um, anyways, what was I saying? But you guys cannot let that get to you. People's opinions or perceptions of you do not matter. The only opinion and the only perception of you that matters is your own. Now, constructive criticism is always welcomed because constructive criticism that helps you in the long run. But anything other than that, that ain't kind. I don't really want to hear it. But anyways, so this is episode 2 of the of the good study habit series. I'm sorry if I didn't create more of a entertaining or more of a cool title. I was extremely busy this week and I really wanted to start the series. It's not like I rushed or anything, but I was very busy this week with finals and all of that. So I know it's been a really crazy week, everybody. And I also do know that we do need to get adjusted into our summer schedule, which is coming up. And so, in our reminders here, in my reminders, I'm gonna schedule it for Friday. Sorry about that. So that is what I will do. Um, and I said before, I'm gonna do my very best to be as open with you guys as I can about things because I want y'all to know that my life is extremely and as furthest away from possible from perfect. Okay, it is very far away from that. No one's life is perfect. I know mine sure as hell isn't. There's a lot of flaws with me, a lot of flaws with my life. More flaws than good things, I'd say. And I say that I want to be as honest as I can. But and I don't want to think negatively. But sometimes us as humans, sometimes we think about things in a negative way. And sometimes it's hard, to think positively, and I understand that. And I'll talk more about that. Um, but I am on summer break now, basically, which is good. So there will be more content, more consistent content coming out this summer. So, content will be more consistent this summer, so stay tuned for that. Tomorrow I'm gonna try to figure out my new posting schedule over the summer because I literally I never thought about my new posting schedule. Um, I have no idea. I have no idea. And then of course I'll have to let you guys know as to when it is time to get back into the usual routine in August, which is back to school, which is least favorite one of my least favorite times of the year, even in college now. um, but yeah, I'm trying to, I'm trying to keep my head up, and I hope you guys are doing the same. There's sometimes some days where I just feel not as great. And there is a thing called the deconstruction process, and that's something I actually need to get into soon. I need to talk about the deconstruction process because that's one of the most important things. And it's because that whenever you are feeling like shit, whenever you're feeling anything but yourself, then you should go to your deconstruction process because you can deconstruct how you're feeling. Um, that's basically what it is. It's about, the deconstruction process. It is about deconstructing how you're feeling and why. Because you can't really solve a problem or solve like if you're feeling bad or whatever, you cannot really solve that problem without knowing the cause of it. And that's really with it's about with anything in life, really. So that goes for everyone, including myself. I also need to go to my, deconstruction process. There's honestly some days where like I am fighting really hard to keep my head above water, meaning like I'm really trying my best to stay positive and to stay in a good mindset. But there are some days where that can like be really challenging. Um, and that's really what I'd say. What did he say? Oh, sick. Somebody followed my Instagram. I haven't posted on 9 days. It is called Living Upon My First Topics. So there is a series that I will be doing in the future. Probably this summer, maybe. We'll see. It will be called, I don't know what the title. I don't know what the title of it will be yet. I kind of want to create a better title, but they are very important life advice topics. They're very important. Okay, they're very important, and you'll know what they are when I post them. You will know what they are. I'm not gonna lie. I'm very passionate about this YouTube stuff. I really am, and if this doesn't work out, I have a backup plan. I have a backup plan. I want to start a company. Build an app in the future, but this YouTube stuff is really what I'm mainly passionate about right now, and I have a lot of ideas. A lot of ideas. There's a lot of things that that I am passionate about, but If this YouTube stuff doesn't work out, that's gonna be really very sad for me. Very sad, very tragic, very devastating. But I know that success does not happen overnight, and that if I want to be successful, then I have to work hard, very hard, in order to make that happen. And that goes with just about anything, in life. But I try to remember, just kind of talk about something else. I really try to remember. Um, I try to remember, that there are better ways to handle things. But at the same time, as a person, you just naturally give the energy that you receive. Um, like if somebody's being rude to me, they're gonna see that right back, and if they're being kind to me, then they're gonna also see that back. Now, if someone on the internet is disrespecting you, honestly, just let that shit go, because that's just someone on the internet. That's someone who you do not know, and it was basically nobody. It's basically nobody, and you should not be wasting your time arguing or talking with somebody who you do not even know in real life. I've made that mistake. I'm sure we all have. But if someone who you know is disrespecting you, or if someone who you know is disrespecting you, then you need to let them know that that's not okay. You should not be disrespecting me. Now, and I'm not trying to act Sigma. I'm not trying to act corny or whatever. Okay, I'm not. But back then, I used to be a very, 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 very nasty person when I got angry. And I'm not trying. Again, I want to reiterate this. I'm not trying to sound corny, and it's probably gonna sound corny anyway. But that's not my intention. But I have said shit to I've said, and my neck still fucking hurts. God damn it. Hope my neck feels better soon. It's like I slept horribly. I did not sleep well last night, unfortunately. But I have said shit in the past to people who I cared about that was just absolutely uncalled for, and I have my regrets. And and I try to tell you guys to not have regrets in life, but I don't want it to seem like that I'm just telling you to do it. Like it's not automatic. Like it's not just gonna happen. It is a process of trying to just. It's a process, and I have my regrets because I have said, like I've said really hurtful shit to people, and I don't even want to remember the things I said to them, but they probably remember. They probably remember. And families should never treat each other that way. Never. Never. Um, Keep my family life private, but we've said shit to each other that was absolutely uncalled for. And we apologized and we moved on, but people remember that. I remember the shit people said to me, and people remember the shit I said to them. That's just a fact. And obviously, you can move on from that. But people they don't really forget. They don't forget. They forgive, but they don't forget. And the thing is that there's nothing that we can do about it. All we can do is just to try our best to become better humans. All you can do is just try to become a better human, become a better person, become a better human, become a better person, and start to try to do things differently. You know? Yeah. And I've been called every name under the sun. But you gotta remember, sometimes when people call you names, they're trying to make you feel bad about yourself. They're trying to make you feel like shit. You cannot let them win. And plus, people will throw out their insecurities, even people I know, onto you, and they will say things to you. And I'm not saying that I'm perfect. No. I'm not saying that I'm perfect. Because I've I've messed up too. I'm 19 years old. For the ones who don't know, I'm 19 years old. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys. There are some days and there are some times where I feel like I fucked up in my life already. Like, there are some times where I already feel that way. And I was thinking things and I was saying things that I should have not been saying when I was younger. But I feel like that feeling kind of came from, you know, I feel like that feeling came from from comparing sorry, my eyes like I don't know, something to my fucking eye today. I don't know what's in my eye. I'm not crying right now. I'm not really an emotional person to be honest. You um, you know, but yeah, people will try to project their insecurities onto you. They will try to do that. I don't know if that's new or old. Is that new or old? Who was? I don't know who that was. Um, I try to remember in life that things are temporary. As a teenager, though, there were some times where I genuinely felt like that the world was against me, and I felt like that there was no one that cared about me. And that is such a lonely feeling, and I never want anyone to go through that. It was a very sad and a very lonely feeling. And I'm gonna share more. I'm gonna share more about this on my channel as we go along. Um, because I want you guys to be able to know who I am. I want you guys to be able to know, to know me. Um, you know, um, but yeah, I'll talk about it all one day. But the struggles, they were not easy. They were not easy. And the reason why I always want people to be able to have somebody to talk to is because that at one point I had no one to talk to. You know what I mean? And so I don't want people to feel the way I felt, at one point. Um, who was that person from earlier though? There's some days where I really just try my best to just obviously have a positive mindset and to feel good, but sometimes it just can't happen. But it's important that whenever you fall into it, if you fall too deep into the cave, you should try to crawl out of the cave before you fall too deep in there. Um, because at one point, people dig themselves into holes that they can no longer crawl out of. You know, so there's that. Hello, welcome to the stream, welcome. I don't know what was I talking about. I was just talking about a lot of different things right just now, but I hope you guys are doing well. Today's topic, hold on, it is when preparing for an exam, you should ask your teacher any questions. Now, I feel like this should be obvious, but sometimes people think it's a crime to ask questions and they're embarrassed, and you should never be embarrassed to ask a question. So if there's anything on your test that if there's anything in your studying or in the book or anything in general in the class that is confusing you or something that you don't fully understand, then that is a time to go to the teacher or even classmates, and ask questions and try to gain clarity. You know, So that's what I recommend. Why did it get copyrighted, bro? Somebody liked that. Oh yeah, I remember. I'm getting deja vu. Guys, did y'all ever have those random points in the day where you guys have deja vu? I swear, it comes at the most random times. It's so bad, bro. There's some other life advice topics here that I should cover again at one point. Hello, welcome to the stream. Hello, hello. I'm just typing up some life advice topics of some older videos so that new people can see them. Ah, I hate it when I type wrong. It's annoying. Why does my stomach hurt? Now, guys, let me tell you. Be sure to take care of yourselves. Physically, mentally, everything. Take care of yourselves. Because there were some points where I was so stressed out about things that my head hurt, or that my stomach hurt. It ain't cool. I hope no one ever has to go through what I've went through, man. And I ain't saying that I've seen the worst, because there are several people out there that have it so much worse than I do. And there are countless people out there that have seen hell, that have seen literal hell on earth. So I'm not trying to act like that, oh, I've had it the worst. I'm not saying that. But what I've been through, in my youth, mentally, that's all valid as well. That's all valid. Meaning that my feelings are valid and what I went through is valid too. That's all I'm saying. Um, why was it posted twice? 3 times. Don't expect people to know how you feel. That's true. Sorry, I thought I saw a comment come there. Um, my stomach hurts for no reason. No way that only 2 minutes have went by. What? My IG is redlion25x. Same one. Same one. I felt a pain in my nose. Like what? Like. It's like, what is happening with me tonight? Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. I appreciate that. I just have gaming clips on there right now. Just gaming clips. I don't really post life advice on Instagram. That app is too far gone. I don't know if it's the right platform for that. I don't know. TikTok and YouTube, people love it. Which is fantastic. So, there is that. Sorry, sorry about that. Um, I don't really accept DM requests from people on Instagram. Um, I just kind of use that either for my friends or for like my online friends, and soon it's gonna really just be for my in real life friends. But if there's anything you ever need to talk about, then just know that I am here. And maybe the advice that I could share with you could also help other people on the stream. So if there's ever anything that you need, or anything that you need help or support on, just let me know. Oh, these numbers are not correct. What happened with those numbers? All right, finished my work. Okay. My stomach was hurting for some reason. Uh, okay. All right. Well, I don't want to bore you guys, so I'm gonna just end the stream here. I appreciate you all watching episode 2, and I'll be back with episode 3 soon. Have a great night, everyone, and I will see you all soon.